What's up there, YouTube? It's your boy Noopside by the Universal Gamer. Welcome to my Universal Gamer update number 30, brought to you by MultiplyGameTrap.com, where the gamers go. Inside the Universal Gamer update, I got some decent amount of segments for you guys. My first segment I got is returning from last year, which is top 5 games for the upcoming week, followed by Spit Game, gaming news, and then my outro segment. So my top 5 games for the upcoming week segment, you already know what that is. That's why I gave you guys the top 5 games coming out for next week. And so my Spit Game segment, I'll be talking about Resident Evil Revelations for the 3DS. 3DS exclusive. The demo came out a few days ago on the Nintendo eShop. So I'll be talking about that. Gaming news segment, I'll be talking about Battlefield 3. And inside my outro segment, I'll give you guys the top games, or all the games I've been gaming for this month, January 2012. So let's get started. Alright, so to get this thing started off with the top 5 games for the upcoming week, the first game up is Final Fantasy 13 2. Comes out January 31st for the PS3 and 360. Number 2, Soul Calibur 5 comes out January 31st for the Xbox 360 and PS3. Number 3, Never Dead comes out January 31st for the PS3 and 360. Number 4, Pro Evolution Soccer 3D comes out on January 31st for Nintendo 3DS. And number 5, last but not least, Dead Island Rider White comes out February 1st for the PS3, 360, and PC. Downloadable content, baby. Next segment, Spit Game. I'll be talking about Resident Evil Revelations for the Nintendo 3DS inside this segment. But before I touch on that, I want to say, a couple people sent me a private message saying I'm wrong for, dissing Capcom last week and Resident Evil and stuff like that. I didn't diss Capcom, first of all. That's one of my favorite game companies besides, Konami, right alongside Konami. Those are one of my 2 favorite game companies, and I also got a couple others. But just because you like something, that don't mean I'm going to agree with everything they do. I'm not a fanboy. That's what fanboys do. Oh, I like this so much. But even if they do something bad, I'm going to support it because I'm a fanboy. That's not me. So if I like something and they end up doing something bad, it don't matter. I'm going to call them on it and I'm going to say something about it, because by me liking you, I'm letting you know that something's wrong. So that's a good thing if you look at it in that way. And they came out, they announced Resident Evil Raccoon City last year at E3 and stuff like that, or whenever they announced it. I know I played it at Comic-Con last year, and it's a pretty cool game. Like I said to a couple of people, Capcom invented their own horror genre. It's not survival horror anymore. With them, it's action horror. It's this action type horror game that they've been coming out with ever since Resident Evil 5, and I love Resident Evil 5. I played through it 7 times. But with that said, it's not scary. It moves from Resident Evil 1 and 2, the originals, and stuff that the hardcore fans want back. We want that back, but not exactly the same stuff. We want that Resident Evil 4 mixed with Resident Evil 1 and 2, pretty much. And yeah, so I wasn't dissing it, I was just giving my own personal opinions. But then when they announced Resident Evil 6, that's when I was thinking, hey, maybe they did that on purpose. Raccoon City is supposed to be the action-based Resident Evil, and Resident Evil 6 is supposed to be go back to its roots horror type game. And it is, it's a mix between the two, but people of the hardcore fans of Resident Evil, we want that true, just straight horror. Fuck all the action. We don't want this Jet Li type action stuff. We just want the straight horror. Simple as that. We want that sense of, okay, I got 5 bullets in my pistol, 1 bullet in my shotgun, and about 15 bullets in my machine gun. What the fuck do I do? That's what we want. But anyways, I'm here to talk about the Resident Evil Revelations demo for the Nintendo 3DS. It's by far the best looking game on Nintendo 3DS, hands down. You can't even deny that. No matter what game you put on the 3DS, Revelations is going to look way better than anything ever. It looks hella good in 3D. You can even go into the menu and turn the 3D up past what the Nintendo 3DS can do. And if you can handle that, then I'd love to see somebody that can handle that, because that goes way past what the standard 3D can do. It turns it like way up. And it looks hella good in 2D, and it just looks good. It's like a console experience right there in your hand. That's why I can't wait for the new NGP to come out. It's like a console experience right there in your hand. I wrote down a couple of notes. The music score is great. There's no muffling when it comes to the music blasting in the headphones. There's no shitty ass music port over to the handheld. It's actual real good music. It gets you sucked into the action and gets you, your spine tingling a little bit. And it made me jump. It made me jump one little time, just one little bitty time, a little teeny tiny time. And I'm so happy about that jump, because that's the first time Resident Evil made me jump in a very long ass time. And it's on a handheld. Go figure. The atmosphere was great. You know, right when you start moving the character around, you know, you're sucked into the atmosphere. It was real dark, you know, the music playing down low, you know, little things happening, you know, like the part where you walk to the room, a little smoke is around the floor and stuff like that. You know, real good atmosphere. It was scary. People want to know if that game was scary. You know, it's scary. You know, compared to the other Resident Evils that have been coming out, it's scary. You know, it's not scary like hide under coverage type scary, but it's scary to be, you know, a Resident Evil game that haven't been scaring people in a long time. The graphics, I already talked about the graphics. They're great. What else can you say? If you got a Nintendo 3DS and you got a Wi-Fi connection or anything, even if you don't, go find a hotspot, download that demo. You can play it up to 30 times, and it's a cool demo. Take you about 10 minutes, at the most 15 minutes, but I say about 10 minutes or less. You know, it's a real good demo though. Alright, so next segment, gaming news. And inside this gaming news segment, I want to talk about Battlefield 3. Now, don't worry, I'm not talking about nothing bad about Battlefield 3. You know, I remember last year, every time I mentioned Battlefield 3, it's always something bad. For every one good thing I have to say about it, it was 2 or 3 things bad about it. But this time around, I'm here to talk about some good stuff about it. First off, I made a video last year titled Battlefield 3 Black Screen of Death. And I'm still getting comments every other day of people saying, damn, this just happened to me, it's keep on happening. But I realized that I guess EA expected everybody, or DICE or whoever, expected everybody to have, as far as on PC, I'm speaking from PC standpoint of view, they expected everybody to have like an i5 or i7 processor or equivalent to that strength of a processor. Because it seemed like as soon as I upgraded to an i5, never experienced another black screen of death ever. I've been playing multiplayer on ultra settings, higher than 60 frames per second in a 62, 64 game lobby. So it's like, I don't know, I guess they expected everybody's PCs to be souped up. Even when some people turn their settings down to medium on multiplayer, it still would get the little twitchiness going on. I don't know what EA did or DICE did in between the time of me stop playing Battlefield 3 and then me getting back on Battlefield 3 after not playing it for like a month or 2. I don't know what they did between that time, but whatever they did, the multiplayer plays way better, the single player plays way better, everything plays way better without no twitchiness. It happens a couple of times here and there, but it plays way better overall. So I tip my hat down to you. I mean, I'm not gonna salute, you know, you don't get to salute yet, but I tip my hat to you, and we're gonna leave it at that. So anyways, on to my outro segment. Universal Gamer Update was a little bit light this week, but it's not much inside the gaming industry that's been going on. A lot of rumors spreading around about the Xbox 360 720 getting announced this year at E3 and then coming out next year. BS. That's too early for a new 360 console. The 360 is still hot, but it depends on what you mean. To me, it's not hot, it's old as hell. To kids and everybody else that's playing just, you know, all kind of games that's coming out for it lately, even though you can tell that it looks old, it's still hot to them. It's cool to me, you know, I'm still playing games on it, but you know, yeah. On to the games I've been gaming for this month. And I'm starting off with the PC games first. I've been playing Skyrim, of course, 90 hours into that. I would have been like 125 hours, but you know, a little incident happened. Most of you guys already know what I'm talking about. Number 2, Amnesia. Been playing that. Nice little horror game. Is it one of the scariest games ever made, like a lot of people say and they advertise and stuff? No, but it's a good ass game. Test your IQ. If you got a low IQ, you're not good at problem solving, you will not pass this game. This game is not for the average person. I'll bullshit you not. Alongside with the Penumbra games as well. Number 3, Battlefield 3 multiplayer. I already talked about that, so I don't have to even talk about that even more. Number 4, Left 4 Dead 2. Been having this thing for Left 4 Dead 2 out of nowhere. I just been feeling like playing Left 4 Dead and stuff like that. So I've been playing Left 4 Dead, especially on PC. They did the thing where if you got Left 4 Dead 2 and Left 4 Dead 1, you can play the Left 4 Dead 1 campaign with Left 4 Dead 2 monsters and weapons and stuff. That is sexy. Good looking, Valve. You get a salute. Halo Reach. I'm still on PC games. Oh no, I'm on 360 games now. So yeah, Halo Reach, number 5, Halo Reach. All of a sudden I just been feeling like playing Halo out of nowhere. You know, I just turned on Halo to test out my Triton headphones one day, and then like I just been like just on it like every other day or every 2 days or something. I just been feel like playing the Halo. I just been on Halo every once in a while. I just been playing the hell out of Halo. Number 6, Modern Warfare 3. I've been playing a little bit of Modern Warfare 3, not as much as I should, or not as much as a lot of people do. That's prestige like 1900 million trillion times already, but you know, been playing enough to my favor. That's all that matters, you know. Next up, PS3 games. At number 7, I've been playing Ico and Shadow Colossus collection. I already beat Shadow of the Colossus and stuff like that on PS2. Played in HD, 3D as well, and it's sexy. You know, you can't deny that game don't look sexy in HD and 3D at the same time. That's just, you should slap yourself if you say you don't. And playing Ico right now for the first time. Never played Ico on PS2. I was going to pick it up, and when I went back to go pick up Ico, which was the last copy at GameStop and probably anywhere around here, it wasn't there no more. I knew I should have picked that shit up when I first seen it. So I went ahead and played it on the HD collection first. So, you know, playing in 3D also, pretty good, hella good. Number 8, Resistance 3 and on 3D on hard difficulty. First I beat it on regular difficulty without the 3D. I always play the games without 3D first. Right now I'm playing on hard difficulty in 3D. Uncharted 3, I already beat that on normal, but I'm playing it right now in 3D on hard difficulty. Number 10, Resident Evil 4, HD collection. You know, I'm almost done, I'm in HD. I'm almost done with that. On my 3DS, I've been playing Super Mario 3D Land hard levels. I already beat all the first levels, all the worlds and all the, all the first levels and stuff. Got all the stars for all the levels. And then once you beat all the first levels and stuff like that, you unlock Luigi, and then you unlock a mirrored version of every single level you played. So there's like at least 65 levels in the whole entire game, more than that probably. And a mirrored version of the game, of all the levels, they're different. They're not the same. Like they're twisted around or flipped. They're made. Some of them are made completely different to where you don't even recognize you played this level before. And 90% of them are like that. And some of them have a little twist to it to where your shadow is chasing you. If you get hit by it, you die or you lose your power up. And then they have one where your shadow is chasing you. You gotta collect these time tokens to increase your time or timer countdown, and you'll die like that. So it's hard. The advanced levels are hard. Like there's no handicap to it whatsoever. It's hard. But I'm like halfway through that as far as the stars is concerned. Let's see what's next. Metroid Fusion, which I got free by having the first 3DS at launch. Getting the 3DS at launch, that's part of the free games you get. Been playing that. Nice ass game, never played it before, so I was happy to play that. Still playing it. And on my PSP, I've been playing Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, just started playing that again. I already beat it a long time ago, way a long time ago. But I'm playing the outer missions and stuff like that, outer ops missions and stuff like that, and side missions that be popping up every time you complete a side mission. Some more pop up, and you know can go back and destroy a tank and add it to your arsenal and let it build up and put inside outer ops and stuff like that. Build up your Metal Gear and stuff like that by fighting the other Metal Gears. It's a cool ass game. You can play that game for hours. I think I'm like 100 and some hours into that game. So yeah. And last but not least, I've been playing Twisted Metal PSP, the one that came out for PSP, just to get myself ready and get my ball bearings ready for the new Twisted Metal on a PS3 coming out next month, or next month. And I'll be also playing Twisted Metal back on the PS2, you know, just to get ready for the new Twisted Metal. So with that said, it's been your boy Noobside, but I hope you guys enjoy my Universal Gamer update number 30. Next week it'll be bigger and better. I'll be talking about the Nintendo 3D, not Nintendo 3DS, but I'll be talking, actually I will. I'll be giving you guys the top games for the Nintendo 3DS and be talking about the new NGP, aka PlayStation Vita. I'm out.